What's up, Giant Slayers? Brandon here from David vs. Goliath BJJ. In today's video, we're going over 6 techniques to shut down big guys. So if you want to learn, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so before we dive into today's techniques, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you guys stay in the loop so you don't miss out on weekly videos. I'm posting every Tuesday and Thursday, and with that being said, let's dive right in. Alright guys, so I'm going to be sharing what's worked really well for me when it comes to facing bigger guys over the years. And so, first of all, if you're fighting a really big guy and you have a hard time crossing your feet around his back like I do against him, okay, closed guard is not your best bet. You're going to have to play some form of open guard. I prefer butterfly guard, so we're going to start from here today. Okay, so when I'm in butterfly guard, I always want to make sure that my hands are in front of my feet. Okay, if my feet are in front of my hands, it's really easy for the big guy to grab your ankles, grab your pant leg, and just toss you all over the place. Okay, you're going to get dragged around the mat like a rag doll, and it's not fun. Okay, so I'll bring my feet in here, and I'll make sure that my hands are in front of my feet. Okay, so I know that big guys are going to want to grab your legs, especially if you have a speed advantage, they want to try and slow you down, they're going to grab your legs. Okay, so if Tim tries to grab my legs and my hands are in front of my feet, ready for it, okay, I'm going to hand fight. I know that his hands are coming towards my feet, again, so I'm protecting my feet. My hands are out in front, this is my first line of defense. Okay, so your first tip to shutting down a big guy, okay, is to hand fight by keeping your hands in front of your feet. Alright guys, and that leads me to the second tip for today, and that's feet on the hips. Okay, so a lot of big guys will often pass square, meaning their shoulders and their hips are in line with your shoulders and hips. Okay, and that's usually because they like to pass from their knees. And there's often a lot of forward pressure that you're going to have to encounter when fighting a big guy. Okay, so when it comes to facing them and kind of defeating them, right, feet on the hips is going to be crucial. Okay, so picking back up where I left off, let's say Tim's going for my ankles, my feet. Okay, I start hand fighting here, he's going to continue to progress forward. Okay, so if Tim starts to get closer and closer to me, and I don't utilize my feet on the hips, okay, oftentimes he'll grab your hips, he'll grab your body, he's looking to smash you down, and put you on your back, and then start to pass your guard from there. Okay, so a lot of times, alright, once I get control of his hands, alright, anytime I feel that forward pressure come, I'm looking to put a foot on the hip. Okay, 1 foot is great. Okay, I can also put 2 feet. Okay, the advantage between 2 feet is I have control over both hips. Okay, if I have 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot on the mat, this allows me to butt scoop. Okay, so if I feel a lot of forward pressure and I don't like it, I always have the option to retreat. Okay, so I can stop him here with 2 feet on the hips, right? Or if it's just too much pressure, I'll put a hand on the mat, I'll put a foot on the mat, and as he comes closer to me, I can just back out and kind of reset the position here. Alright guys, and that leads me to the third technique for today, which is windshield wipering your legs. Okay, so sometimes a bigger guy might get you on your back, or you might be wanting to play more of a guard on your back, with a collar and the sleeve or something. Okay, so let's just say we're kind of in this position here. Okay, and the bottom person, being the smaller person, you have to be mindful of your hips. Okay, so the top person, when they're big and stronger, okay, a lot of times they're looking to stack you, right? Or they're looking to do a double under or single under pass when they get control of your legs. Okay, so one of the easiest ways to kind of counteract that is, as I see Tim going for a scoop grip or underhooks on my leg, I just pummel. Okay, so if you guys ever do these kind of egg beaters or windshield wiper drills in class, this is the reason why. Okay, so Tim looks for a scoop grip, and I just pummel with him. He goes to the other side, I pummel with him. Okay, never allowing Tim to get an underhook or a scoop grip on my leg. Okay, one more time, Tim. Okay, pummel and pummel. Alright guys, and that leads me to the fourth technique when it comes to shutting down big guys. Okay, that's not letting them grab your head. Okay, so earlier we talked about defending your feet. Another thing I don't want to have happen is I don't want to let Tim control me with a collar tie and then kind of snap me down into a front headlock, or really get any control over my head. Okay, when it's a big strong dude, okay, as soon as they touch my head, I'm like, nope, I don't want that. Okay, so if I allow his grip to settle, okay, this is going to be a lot harder for me to take off. Okay, but as soon as Tim reaches for my head, okay, I'm looking to capture his wrist and really just punch it off. Okay, I can also duck my head if I want, but I'm never allowing Tim to get good control over my head through a collar tie, through a front headlock, or even if I'm on my back or on my side. A lot of times this guy's looking for a cross face, okay, from side control, let's say. Right, I always want to make sure I have my hand pummeling on the inside, never allowing this cross face to come in. Okay, but when it comes to shutting down big guys, my fourth tip or technique for you is never let a big guy control your head. Alright guys, that leads me to the fifth technique when it comes to shutting down big guys. Alright, and this happens when the top person is trying to staple your leg down to the mat. Okay, so if you're playing any sort of open guard here, the top person, especially when he's bigger, he's looking to staple your leg down to the mat. Okay, whether it be with his same side knee, sometimes it'll be his cross knee where he's trying to do a knee slice pass here. But notice how my leg is getting stapled down to the mat. Okay, very bad idea when it comes to trying to shut down a big guy. Okay, so I never want to let him staple my leg down to the mat. There's a couple ways to defend this. Okay, the first way, right, is I like to just post my palm on the side of my knee here, utilize my elbow against the mat, and basically I'm creating a support system or a beam or a pillar. Okay, so that way when Tim pushes into it, he's basically pushing into the ground. Okay, so as Tim goes for his pass, he's trying to staple my leg down to the mat here. Okay, this is really difficult for him to do so. Okay, my left leg is being supported. I can also utilize my other leg on his hip, and it's making it really hard for him to staple my leg down to the mat and then go for his pass. Alright guys, and the sixth and final technique is from the same position. Alright, where I'm on my back, again, top person's looking to staple my leg down to the mat. Okay, so if I don't opt to go with the support system here by creating a beam or a pillar, I can also utilize the instep of my foot by playing a reverse De La Riva or a De La Riva hook. Okay, so without going into too much detail on De La Riva guard or reverse De La Riva guard, I'll shoot that in a separate video. Utilizing your De La Riva hooks are an excellent way to prevent your leg from getting pinned to the mat. It's one of the best benefits of playing those guards. Okay, so as Tim looks to staple my leg to the mat, okay, I'm sneaking my shoelaces right here at the top of my foot inside on this De La Riva hook here. So now if Tim tries to staple my leg down to the mat, it makes it really difficult. Okay, let's say he went with the other side, right, going for a knee slice pass, I can play a reverse De La Riva hook right in the instep on this side, and again, it makes it really hard for Tim to staple my leg down to the mat to get any sort of pass going from here. Alright guys, there you have it, 6 techniques to shut down the big guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give that like button a slap and a fist bump, and we'll see you in the next video.